evening, everyone, and welcome. And we got a special game for you tonight. This one part of the NBA Cup. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, with Allie LaForce reporting courtside. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Chicago. So far, they've got the 4th best record in the conference. And, of course, the Heat. Right now, they're 5 spots below them.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, they've stayed right there. Just didn't sneak. Distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, the post tandem, Adebayo and Ware. Brandon Boston is out there with Hero. And it's Powell in at the small forward. And for Chicago, Max Christie out there with Thomas. Then it's Zach Edey. Then it's Zion Williamson. And it's Hartenstein in at the 4. Here's Boston. Shoots the 3. Thomas grabs the rebound. So, Greg, offensively for the Miami Heat, there is room for improvement.
Yeah, they realized they were in need of another elite shot creator aside from Tyler Hero. For all his growth, teams have been able to key in on him and dare anyone else to beat him.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
Here's Thomas, following the score by Miami. To the inside, here's Edey. That's good, and it's Thomas picking up the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Ware. Pass to Hero. It's 3-pointers off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And he gets it to go. Williamson's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Well, that's just the pure strength and explosiveness of Williamson. Easily finishes there through the contact.
Now, here's Adebayo. Over Hartenstein. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking them.
Hartenstein with the screen on Hero. Here's Thomas. And it's Miami with the rebound.
A bad outing offensively. You break that game down, their issues were pretty clear.
Yeah, the offense was AWOL. It just wasn't there. No rhythm, no flow, just a tough day.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, I spoke to the head coach for Chicago. Like everyone, he's impressed with Adebayo's relentless nature. He said, quote, "We have to match his intensity at both ends, trying to keep him off of the glass and trying to keep the ball out of his hands." Coach knows they can do it for stretches, but he wonders if they can do it for a full game. Kevin, back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. Here's Boston. Zion Williamson making his last shot, and they'll keep possession. Powell, the pass to Adebayo. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
I like watching Adebayo operate inside. He is so efficient down low.
Thomas surveying the D. Williamson left side. Powell with the steal. The kick out to Adebayo. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Inside. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Adebayo. Here's Boston. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
A chilly quarter for him offensively, trying to get warmed up.
Outside Thomas. Shoots over Powell. Williamson outside. Just 5 to shoot. It's deflected, and the officials now calling the shooting foul. He got a lot of ball on the block, but also got the body, so some free throws coming up right now. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Chicago.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
The first one falls. Well, Clark, we've got lots of games left, but it's already been a very interesting season so far.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Kevin. I've especially enjoyed, though, seeing the rookies get settled in. I mean, that's always something that I kind of prioritize in my observations. Just watching how these guys adjust to the pro game is always pretty fascinating to me.
And both free throws good for Williamson. And Greg, we know he's a fearsome dunker, but Zion Williamson also has a soft touch.
And that's a great point, Kevin. He can finish in every way, either hand, through contact, off balance, on the run. A natural gift for converting around the rim.
Now here's Thomas, following the miss by Bam Adebayo. Outside Thomas. Shoots over Wynn. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Well, I think the defense has to guard Thomas a lot better than that. He's really good in that mid-range area.
Pass to Boston. Powell kicks to Adebayo. Hits the three-point bomb. Adebayo's got 7 points.
You can not shoot the ball much better than he is right now.
Now here's Thomas, coming off 31 points last game. Here's Edey, lets it go from deep. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. To the paint, and Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
Thomas dishes to Williamson, and Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And Miami making a change here. Jaquez is checked in. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. Some changes for Chicago. Lopez comes in for Edey, and Vanderbilt subbed in for Hartenstein. Williamson, the pass to Vanderbilt, and a missed layup.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And stolen by Williamson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And he makes the first. That one misses. Miami's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Hero against Williamson. And it's sent back by Lopez.
And that's where Lopez specializes. A great rim protector is he.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Shot clock at 6. Jaquez with the bucket.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And here is Thomas. Offensively, he's been a one-man wrecking crew. His scoring average is over 30 points a game. Jaquez with the steal. Hero with it. Now Thomas defending. Here's Ware. And it's off from three-point range. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Outside for Thomas. Six on the shot clock. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And the shot falls short this time.
Working from medium range, he was trying to take what the defense gave him there.
Powell finds Hero. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And there's that vertical of Hero. Gets off the floor with ease and just hammers that one down.
Here's Thomas. Up and in on the layup.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Jaquez outside. Has to Ware. Outside. Adebayo. A three-pointer off the mark. Chicago trailing here. It's Thomas on the wing. Guarded by Powell. Lopez a screen. Out to the right wing. Pulls up from the corner. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Look, when the defense leaves the mid-range open like that, you've got to punish them, or they'll keep letting you shoot it.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Lopez kicks to Williamson. Hero against Thomas. Here's Christie. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 3 assists now in this one.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Thomas. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 6 rebounds now in the game. The shot by Powell, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And the dunk by Lopez.
Chalk that up. Lopez won't miss many of those.
The Heat shooting 45% from the field early. Adebayo down low. He's against Vanderbilt. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Here's Thomas. Pass to Vanderbilt. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And Thomas doing what a point guard does, setting the tone and pace for his team.
Thomas with the steal. And here we go. Thomas heading to the hoop. And Adebayo sends it back. Vanderbilt the pass to Christie. Now Williamson. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. Sharps checked in for the Heat. Jonas comes in for Hero. Thomas kicks to Lopez. Hands it from downtown. And now a 5-point Chicago lead.
That is certainly a shot that Lopez has added to his arsenal. You've got to respect his ability to knock down threes.
Here's Jonas. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks. Zion Williamson is a force offensively, but now he's applying his physical gifts to the other end of the court. He said, quote, teams were hunting me on defense. Watching the film, I didn't like that. I just started taking a lot more pride in it, working on it so I can hold my own. Guys?
Locking in. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. So it's Chicago now after the Heat pick up 2. Here's Thomas, and Adebayo sends it back.
Oh, great instincts from Bam. Such a high IQ defender.
Here's Jonas. Pass to Sharp. Thomas grabs the rebound. Williamson kicks to Thomas. Back to Williamson. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last two possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
A different look for Miami. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Adebayo. And Smith subbed in for Jokic Jonas. Now here is Smith. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's the pick. 5 to shoot. Pass to Sharp. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Now Thomas. Over in the corner, Williamson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so, guys, it's Zion Williamson making things happen for Chicago. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Miami trailing. On the court for Miami here in the second. We've got Sharp. Norman Powell is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Simone Fontecchio. And it's Jovic in at the force. Here's Larson. Pass to Hartenstein. 6 to shoot. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Misses the 3. So, Clark, when you think about the league's natural scorers, Norman Powell has to be on that list.
For sure, and I think he's underrated, but everybody can't get top billing on the marquee. I mean, there are going to be guys that do great work that don't tend to get the attention that other guys do. But you look at his production, especially when his minutes go up, I mean, he can put it in the basket. He's a hard guy to deal with. He gets it in transition, mid-range game, shooting threes, and if you're not careful,
Dinwiddie after Norman Powell missed from long range. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Defensively, you've got to apply more pressure to a shooter of his caliber.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And again, it's the Heat missing. Chicago leading by 4. Dinwiddie with it. Still scoreless. Dinwiddie sets the screen for Jones. Dinwiddie finds Hartenstein. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Brendan Boston's checked in for Fontecchio. The Heat trail by 4. Powell, the pass to Boston. Back to Powell. There's a good screen. Good on the triple. Powell's got 5 now.
For a high-volume three-point shooter, Powell is quite effective and efficient.
Dinwiddie outside. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got
referees calling this game ultra tight.
Or elbows, or they'll call it.
Boston with the ball. Dinwiddie covering. Sharp, the pass to Powell. Drives to the hoop. Here's Jovic. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. And getting into the second part of November here, a quick glance at the power rankings. Let's see how everyone started out. Taking a look at Oakland, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And right now, Chicago,
they've dropped a notch, but they still feel like they're the best team in this league. I imagine they'll use that as motivation.
Pass to Nurkic. Kicks Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Down low. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jones. Releases from the wing and drills it. And Chicago leads by 3. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, Powell the pass to Sharp. Here's Boston. Dinwiddie covering. Offensive rebound. And that one good.
That's why you go after every rebound. You might just get yourself a bucket in the process.
Pass to Larson. Off target with his 3. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. To the middle. Nurkic can't hit. Miami's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Boston. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Dinwiddie passes to Nurkic. Boston with the ball. Defended by Dinwiddie. Hawkes against Nurkic. Jovic. Pass to Boston. Sharp with a screen on Dinwiddie. Boston, no good. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. The rebound by Sharp. Now here's Powell. Guarded closely. Boston the pass to Powell. Back to Boston. Sharp with a screen on Hartenstein. Miami no good on that time either.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Nurkic setting the pick for Hartenstein. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hartenstein's got his first 2 points of the night.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Chicago making some changes. Zach Edey, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Zion Williamson comes in for Isiah Hartenstein. And Thomas subbed in for Dinwiddie. Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat. Tyler Hero comes in for Jaime Jaquez. Boston, no good.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
Pass to Larson. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got his 6th assist on the night.
He's found his game in the second quarter, looking very assertive now.
Now, Hero, 17 points in his last outing to the inside. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Thomas up top. He's covered by Hero. Edey. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight, and stolen by Thomas. Pass to Jones. Misses from short range.
He'll miss some of these from time to time, especially when he feels some pressure on the way up.
Hero, no good. Chicago leading by 4. Here's Larson. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Larson's got 9.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Down low. And Boston has it in the corner. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Outside Thomas. Shoots over Hero. Thomas's shot is off. The Heat trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
2 points. That one goes. He's got 5.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
Now, here's Thomas. Pass to Williamson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Here's Larson. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Larson's got the lead up to 7 now for Chicago.
And every year, Williamson seems to take another leap as a distributor. Great pass on that one.
Here's Boston. He's got 5. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Williamson against Adebayo. And another basket for Miami. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level. But you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
Chicago calls timeout. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Miami. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Williamson. Williamson double team. Inside. Here's Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
That is good offense. Unselfish play.
And here is Hero. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Jaquez against Williamson. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Hero on the wing. Hero draws the double. Here's Jaquez. Good D by Williamson. Chicago leading by 5. To the paint. Here's Vanderbilt. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Isiah Hartenstein.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Khalil Ware comes in for Sharp, and it's Powell in for Jaime Jaquez. Hero, no good. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for Chicago. Leading by 5.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
I tell you, it's too bad one of them had to lose because I thought both teams were evenly matched in that game.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the 4 without question.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Williamson against Powell. Pass to Boston. Adebayo with the screen on Williamson. The shot by Powell, no good.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The Heat trail by 9. Adebayo with the screen on Christie. And Adebayo throws it down.
And the playmaking ability of Hero, special. Outstanding pass there off that pick and roll.
Here's Thomas. Pulls it up. And it's Williamson missing.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they need to continue to press that advantage. They've got to get back to that. Don't go away from that. It's been working so well for them. Stay with it.
Thomas. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Thomas got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's effective in that medium range area.
Here's Hero. Again, the Heat, good for 2.
And when you watch Hero play, it's no surprise he's a gym rat. He can score from any spot on the floor.
Edey with a screen on Hero. Up top, Edey. Got it off in time, and it's good. Hold on, the officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet.
The previous play is under review.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt in looking at the replay that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
And so it's Chicago heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back to the action in just a minute.
Thanks for tuning in. With half the game in the books, a bit of ground to make up for the Miami Heat.
When you're ice cold from three-point land, it's definitely time to change things up.
What do you know about being ice cold from three-point land? I don't know. It's part of their DNA. But at this point, they need to see the ball go through the net. And another important topic, injuries. Let's take a look at what's happening across the NBA.
The Jazz are not at full strength. They're without the services of Lauri Markkanen, man. Someone gives them that great floor spacing at the 4 and the 5 position. He can play both positions, Ernie. He doesn't have to just stay in that 4. Sometimes they can even move him at the 3.
Yeah, it's a huge test of their depth. Hard to replace a big man who can stretch the floor. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Bam Adebayo in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, you know, he's been up in the air so often, he's been absolutely a pest on the defensive end.
The Heat trail by 7. Thomas is out there with Christie. Then there's Isiah Hartenstein. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Williamson in at the 3rd. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Miami shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
And that one falls for Boston. And both free throws good for Boston. Chicago leading by 5. Outside Thomas. Pass to Williamson. Clock at 6. Over in the corner, Christie. Boston with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Isiah Thomas.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And that one falls for Boston. And he makes both free throws. Here's Thomas. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Hero finds Boston. Driving the lane. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Tyler Hero. Getting around 24 points per, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 8. Williamson double team. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Powell. Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
And they're unable to get the time basket there. Down low. That's good from Williamson on the assist by Christie. Williamson's got 14 points.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Pass to Ware. The kick out to Adebayo. Williamson with the bucket. Now it's a 7-point Chicago lead.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Hits it from 3-point range. 10 points for him.
Powell's ability to knock down shots off these kind of passes makes him extremely dangerous.
Lopez, a screen on Hero. Thomas kicks to Lopez. Off target from 3-point range. The Heat trail by 4. Adebayo with a screen for Powell. And the Heat, another 3.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Thomas passes to Christie. Back to Thomas. Lopez, a screen on Hero. Lopez outside. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. And Chicago leads by 4.
That's what we call the Brook Lopez back at you 3. He loves knocking that one down.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Well, a bit of youth movement for the Miami Heat. Their rising star guard, Tyler Hero, said, "We've got a bunch of young guys who can come in and put in the work, and that's what I'm all about." This is an organization that values that, and it's important that we all have the same vision as the young guys start to grow up. Kevin?
Okay, Allie, thanks. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's Boston. And a miss there off the inbound. Chicago leading by 4. Floats it up for Williamson. He's off on that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Chicago's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Here's Thomas. And it's Miami with the rebound. Powell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Adebayo. And a wide open look for Hero. No good with the triple.
Not his night shooting the ball, and it's really had an impact on this game.
Here's Christie. Defended by Boston. Now here's Williamson. 5 on the clock. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. A lot of time games are decided at the line. So let's check out the NBA leaders in that category. And you look at Thomas, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line and it's nearly automatic.
And you simply got to avoid sending him to the line. Absolutely no one has better form from the stripe than he does.
Now here's Powell. 13 points in the game. Adebayo with this screen on Jones to end the cold streak, and Adebayo throws it down.
And how about Adebayo kicking it into high gear offensively?
Here's Larson, defended by Boston. Pass to Thomas. In the corner, Vanderbilt with it. Just 5 on the clock. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Looking to end this cold spell. Thomas's shot is off.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Hero finds Powell. Now Boston. Elbow shot is on the way. Good as the jump shot falls. Now just a 2-point Chicago lead. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for Chicago. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Outside, Jones. Back to Thomas. Pass to Vanderbilt. This one for 3. Drops in the tray. Vanderbilt's got 6 points.
When you find some room, take advantage. Rise up and fire.
Outside Thomas. Here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down hard.
Yeah, bully balling his way to the rack that time. Lopez with a great second effort.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. For longtime veteran Brook Lopez, his evolution, Clark, as a player goes beyond his three-point shooting.
Yeah, I agree with you because folks tend to forget his defense was considered a weakness early in his career. Now he's turned into one of the best shot blockers and rim protectors in the league.
Now here's Vanderbilt. 6 points for him. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
And for the opponent shooting numbers, contesting shots is not something they do well. Top 20 in the league. They need to give a little bit more concerted effort on the defensive end.
And they've been very steady at the free throw line, like you said, GA. Not perfect by any means, but consistent. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Brandon Boston.
Even though his game is more perimeter-oriented now, Lopez can still mix it up inside.
Adebayo against Vanderbilt. Here's Hero. A special move before the shot. He's got 6.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Outside Thomas. Another one falls for Chicago. The Heat trail by 9. Outside, Adebayo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And one of the more active big men in our league. Adebayo never stops working.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Chicago.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Zach Edey, he's checked in for Brook Lopez.
And you watch Adebayo, he really has everything you could ask for from that 4-5 position. Not a stretch big per se, and that's partly why he shoots such a high percentage.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been off.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And it's been an efficient game for Adebayo. He's done a nice job finding the holes in the defense.
Now Thomas, 10 points for him. It's hauled in by Hero.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
And he throws it down hard with one hand.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
It's Powell on the wing. Offline with his three. Chicago leading by 7. Outside Thomas. Pass to Vanderbilt. From deep. Here's Edey. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Edey's got his 3rd basket of the night. And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Chicago. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for Thomas. 1:29 left here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Jovic. Three-pointer connects from three-point range.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Dinwiddie with it. He has yet to score. Outside, Jones. It's stolen. Powell, the pass to Jovic. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Larson. He's covered by Fontecchio.
Nice setup. Excellent team basketball.
The Heat trail by 8. Pass to Powell. The 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Powell has such great confidence as a scorer. I mean, he knows where his shots are, and he takes them pretty much every time they're available.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Larson. Akez defending. 5 on the clock. Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Edey. It's up a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. From deep three-point land. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Chicago leads by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling. tonight, our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for the Heat, Adebayo is out there with Fontecchio. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Brandon Boston. And it's Sharp, and it's the 5 down low. And it's Williamson miss it.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Pass to Boston. Back to Jaquez. To the inside. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. So it's Chicago now. Now here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Larson. Shoots over Jaquez. 6 to shoot. Lopez outside. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Friday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Atlanta Hawks. And then on Monday,
you know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Chicago. Jaquez finds Fontecchio.
And those plays could make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And it's in there. And Chicago leads by 5.
And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
Here's Jaquez. And the layup is good. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Diversified scoring in this one for them.
I love when everyone can get involved. A full team effort.
Timeout. Chicago calls timeout.
Start it.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. And the wide open J from Edey. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got his 4th assist in this one. Pass to Jaquez. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Exactly. I mean, deny him the ball in the first place. Don't let him get it.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
The Heat trail by 6. Now Boston. Thomas covering. Adebayo with a screen on Thomas. And Adebayo throws it down.
This is how Adebayo typically gets his points. Off the roll, off the lob, or off the glass.
To the left side wing. Williamson double team. Lopez passes to Christie. Lopez sets a screen for Christie. Shot clock at 6. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Christie. Christie's got assist number 5 here tonight.
That gives him his second 3 of the half, with 3 total for the game.
Here's Boston. Fontecchio finds Adebayo. From the arc. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Christie. Williamson left side. Over Boston. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul. This is what you love about Williamson. On the shorter side for a big man, but he's developing the pump fake as an equalizer.
He's off on the first. The Heat making a switch here. Ware's checked in. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both.
And you know what makes Zion so much fun is that I don't think there's a comp for him. The combination of power and skill, you throw in that he's a lefty, and we've never seen someone like him in the league.
Pass to Ware, and he jams it with authority.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers. Momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Here's Boston. Isiah Thomas picking up that last basket. Fontecchio. Pass to Adebayo. And the layup's good off the glass. Adebayo's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And contact can't slow Adebayo down. He's not afraid to get physical when he's attacking.
And here is Lopez. He's defended by Ware. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Chicago, Brook Lopez. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Lopez.
And for a 7-footer, Brook Lopez is pretty versatile. You get all the defensive impact you'd expect, but he can also consistently score on all 3 levels.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Bam Adebayo. Powell comes in for Fontecchio. And it's Tyler Hero in for Brandon Boston. On the wing, Hakeem. Covered by Williamson.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Thomas, and the shot goes in. And Chicago leads by. Seven.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Powell, the pass to Jovic. Knocks down the 3 ball. Jovic has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Confident and composed on the 3-point shot at a critical juncture.
Pass to Lopez. Back to Thomas. Lopez, a screen on Hero. Thomas dishes to Lopez. Yep, that one goes in there. 19 points for Brook Lopez.
Lopez is really dangerous as a shooter if you give him space to catch and then shoot.
Knocks it loose. Thomas with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And the dunk by Williamson.
You gotta love his hustle, leading the defense in no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Powell. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Outside Thomas. Lopez outside. Pass to Christie. There's Williamson with the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Ware's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Powell Kicks to Hero. Sinks the three-pointer.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Thomas against Hero. Floats it up for Williamson. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Herbert Jones, he's checked in for Chicago. Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat. Brandon Boston comes in for Jaime Jaquez. And Thomas, here we go. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. And Chicago leads by 7.
And that's the baby-faced assassin. Thomas, he'll smile at you, and then he'll cut your legs out from under you.
There's the pick. 6 to shoot. In the corner, Powell with it. And again, Miami with the triple.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
And Lopez throws it down.
And, you know, when Lopez gets it rolling early, he can put up some big numbers.
The Heat trail by 6. Pass to Boston. And here's Adebayo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Adebayo's got 6 here in this quarter.
Big time from Bam. This guy's played in the finals, so Adebayo knows how to handle the pressure.
Here's Christie. He's defended by Ware. Outside Christie. And here is Thomas. Beyond the arc. And it misses. The Heat trail by 4. Williamson there for the rebound. Chicago's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
And really an effective scorer from day one in the association. Lopez's ability to adapt has really kept him relevant.
Hero against Christie. Now Hero. He started closely. Oh, softly lays it in.
And, you know, some guys shrink as the game tightens. Hero calls for the ball. Clutch.
Now Williamson. Now Christie. Williamson left side. Here's Lopez. Cleared away by Adebayo. What an assist!
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Christie with it, defended by Boston. It's Thomas on the wing. From 17 feet away, connects with the chain.
Isiah Thomas not a guy to back down from the moment. Great competitive spirit and able to produce in the clutch.
Hero, Powell, buries the deep hit.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Wow. Miami just won't go away.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
And really just a great rhythm at the line. Whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Now, here's Thomas. Williamson with this screen for Thomas.
An absolute beast in close. Once Williamson has this kind of positioning, you pretty much have to foul.
At the line for 2, Zion Williamson.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. Some changes for Chicago. Zach Edey, he's checked in for Lopez. And it's Hartenstein in for Max Christie. So he can't get either to fall. He takes it in. It's good.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Now here's Thomas.
Well, when the stakes are at their highest, Thomas is at his best, ready to make plays.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra.
Now keep in mind,
He knows there's no room for mistakes.
the last two games by the Bad Boys have been overtime thrillers against Team Mamba and Team Jordan, and it looks like they could be going to another one here.
He's checked in for Edey.
Into the lineup for Chicago, number 30, Isiah.
Hero scanning the floor. Feet away. That one misses. Chicago calls timeout.
Substitution on the court.
Thomas fires. Missed on the three. And regulation now complete.
Perfect play. Got a clean look. Just couldn't hit it.
Back right after this.
Third straight overtime game for the Bad Boys.
Battle tooth and nail for
Crazy.
4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast.
Here we go.
Christie is out there with Zach Edey. Then it's Thomas. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Larson in at the 2 guard. Knocks down the 3.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
Here's Lopez. And it's good.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
Adebayo against Edey. Now Hero from outside. Down he goes for 3.
Oh, a dead-eye shooter. Hero is always ready to snipe it off the feet.
And Thomas, here we go. It's stolen by Adebayo. Plays it in off the window.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
And this is the game plan for him. He's
a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Here's Hero. Puts it right back up and in.
Oh, and the touch. On the interior, Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Outside Thomas. Christie against Powell. Now Lopez shoots the three. The three goes down.
It's a real problem trying to guard Lopez in the corner. If you follow him out there, it opens up the lane for his teammates to drive. But if you don't, big fellow will make you pay from there.
Now Hero from about 19 does not go. And Isiah Thomas picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And it the little mistakes here in overtime that can have a big impact. 2 turnovers for him in the extra period.
Hey, look, you don't want to be the scapegoat, so value them.
And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal foul.
The previous play is under review.
Catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Underrated passer, makes great decisions.
We're in OT here with just over 2.5 minutes gone by. Quick Lopez. He drills the three.
Big scores like that one are what you can count on from Lopez.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Brook Lopez.
And that's a smart foul there. Instead of giving up the easy deuce, send him to the line.
And he's not a very good foul shooter, so that's a heads-up play by the defense there.
Free throw good. Where? That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Here's Thomas. Lopez sets a screen for Thomas. The putback to tie it up, and he lays that one in.
And amidst the tall timber, he's right at home, extremely comfortable. Lopez getting it done.
Adebayo with the screen for Hero. Fires the three. Hartenstein with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
We're now over 3.5 minutes through this overtime period. Thomas, and he banks the layup in.
Boy, inside, the defense goes all out trying to stop Thomas, but he stays focused and manages to get around him for the bucket.
Hero against Jones. And he misses the J. Here's Chicago. They're on a 13-5 run here. Outside Thomas. Five to shoot. Nails the jumper.
Right now, this is Thomas's show. I mean, he's just torturing the defense and getting busy.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Ani Jaquez, he's checked in for Hero. Here's Boston. Thomas covering.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that.
And the bad boy defense. Step it up.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejection. Wow.
Hey, we know every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
And an intentional foul right there.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Isiah Thomas, taking 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Those free throws right there now give them a little bit of breathing room.
Here's Jaquez. And the layup is off, and that's an intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for Chicago, Isiah Hartenstein. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
So that will do it, I think. Bad Boys, 3 straight overtime games, this time successful. The first 2, now Miami, but this time they'll be successful.
Lopez against Adebayo. And
that'll do it.
A missed shot.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They'd used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
Let's now hear from Allie LaForce, who is courtside with our player of the game.
All right, thanks. Brooke, the offense came in waves tonight. How'd you guys manage to win this one?
It was a complete team effort, you know? We've been playing with pretty good energy, pretty good defense the whole game. Shots just weren't going down for us, and we knew that. So we had to keep grinding, keep grinding.
The key was you stayed persistent. Thanks, Brooke.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And
Brooke Lopez stepped up big, 33 points.
Greg Anthony and Allie LaForce. I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. And now, our player of the game, Brooke Lopez.
Man, what a ball game. Both teams shooting fairly good from downtown. Points in the paint were hard to come by on both sides. 68-68, they were tied there. The assists were pretty much dead even. The rebounds went to the bad boys. They got all the offensive glass better. The steals went to the bad boys. The blocks went to the bad boys. This was nip and tuck the whole way, man. This was a war, man. Bad boys got it done though. Isiah Thomas out here making Brooke Lopez look like Tim Duncan, man. Or maybe Dirk Nowitzki won or something. Man, he was hitting. He had so many open shots. He went 5 for 7 from downtown, 13 for 17, and they needed it too. Isiah with 26, 5 rebounds, and 15 assists, 3 steals. However, had the 6 turnovers, though, so that was a problem. But he overcame it, though. They turned them over a lot. Look how many turnovers they had, though. Man, 2 for Ian Badejo. Powell had 5 turnovers. Hero had 2. So it was cumulative. But Isiah does the majority of the ball handling, though, so that's liable to happen. Let's take a look here. Look at that balance, though, man, up and down. Zion with 26 and 6, 3 steals. Larson off the bench with 17 points, went 5 for 7 from downtown. Man, they got some good contributions off the bench, man. Because Lopez and Larson are going to come off the bench playing. Edie played fairly well. Christie with 7 assists, some good playmaking there. Hardenstein with 10 rebounds. Just a good team effort, man. Let's take a look here at some of the highlights. Ian Badejo, I'll go with him first. This is crazy, man, because it's like the 3rd straight overtime game the Bad Boys have played, man. That's crazy. Like they had that overtime game against the Team Mamba. If you missed that one, go check that out, the playlist. That game didn't even make it into the hundreds. It went to overtime. It did. I think the game was like in the 80s. It was a classic defensive battle. Then they played Team Jordan, and that was more of an offensive game, and that went to overtime. And now we got this one. But this was clearly an offensive game and a 3-point shooting battle, too. Tyler Hero took a lot of tough shots. I tell you one thing, we put Herb Jones on him late. His numbers aren't going to say it, but he played the most instrumental role because he's the one that really got on Hero late because Hero was hurting him late in the game. I forget who hit that big 3. Who hit that big 3 to send it into overtime, too? Let's take a look at that shot. It was that and 1-3 in the 4th quarter. I think it was Norman Powell hit that 3. That and 1-3. This right here. Yep, that's basically what sent it into overtime because Bad Boys were getting ready to close this out, and then he hits this 4-point play that helped tie the game. They were down by 4 right here, and this tied the game up. That's crazy, man. Freaking crazy. That tied the game up. From that point on, it went to overtime. Then they came down. Actually, Isiah Thomas had to hit a layup to send it to overtime. Remember? Because they were down. This was a make or break situation. They were down by 2 points. Isiah had to hit this shot just to send it to overtime. Crosses his man, gets into the lane. Had to get that to get to overtime. Let's take a look here at Brook Lopez now. Man, Isiah had these boys, man. He made everybody around him the star, man. When's the last time you seen Brook Lopez with 33 points, man? Man, 13 or 17. Man. Isiah had that boy looking good tonight. Not to mention the kickouts of Zion on the playing Zion at the small forward position is really, really key because you get him matched up on smaller guys when he posts up. They really can't see. He gets those double teams instantly. Because you got that really, really big front line from the Bad Boys. Like at one point, we had Zach Edey with Brook Lopez and Zion playing up front. That is a huge, huge front line. But here's the thing of it is, they're huge and they're skilled. So that's the thing. You can go with Edey and Lopez up front, who are both stretch 5s, and they have back to the basket game, and they can run pick and roll and pick and pop. And you have Zion up front with Isiah Thomas playing pick and roll. It's really hard. That's a hard lineup to deal with because you're giving up the reach. And the rebound. You got the rebounding, got the shot blocking, and you got guys that can stretch the floor. Now, the only thing that you're giving up is athleticism up front because Lopez and Edey aren't what you would call the best athletes at the big positions, but they still have that impressive size. So it's still and the bulk and the power. So it's an interesting combination. So let's take a look here at Isiah Thomas, and we'll close this out and move on to the next game. Finding Larson over there on the fast break for three. He stopped at the last moment with a hezzy, D-cell hezzy. Look at that. Oh, ripped the pass over to Christie. Nice pass. Look at that. Dribble handoff to the big man. How many they didn't do that in Isaiah's day. A dribble handoff to the big man. But again, that's why we do this, man. This is the modern era. This is what it would look like if he played today. You'd see stuff like that. We're also seeing, though, Isiah Thomas is not doing very well. I mean, he's shooting a good percentage from the field, but as we're seeing, Isiah isn't doing a pretty good job from the three-point line. He's not really what you call – he's kind of streaky from there. He had his opportunities, but he had that chance to win the game from the three-point line, but he wasn't able to hit it because he's not what you would call a really good three-point shooter. So pretty much 18 feet in around the paint, but outside he's not doing very well in the season. Yeah, he's 2 for 10, 1 for 5, 2 for 11, 1 for 5, and 0 for 2 all across the board of the three-point line. However, when you go 18 feet in, he's a monster. He barely ever misses. Once you get him around 18 feet, he's a beast, especially when he gets in the paint. He's shooting 81% on layups around the basket. So, but yeah, guys, that's the story here. Team Bad Boy wins it in overtime. Third straight overtime game in a row, guys. That will push their record to 12-2 as they are chasing Team Chamberlain, Team Kareem, and Team Jordan. Team Jordan now has the top spot. However, Team Chamberlain is undefeated at 12-0. So it's kind of, the Eastern Conference is pretty much the class. We look in the Western Conference. The Western Conference is pretty fair, but the Eastern Conference, right now, right now, it's looking like that they have the best team so far. I mean, the best basketball that I'm seeing being played, obviously, is by Team Chamberlain. And I would say probably after Team Chamberlain, I would have to go with probably Team Diesel in the West, and then maybe Team Jordan after that. And after that, it's a toss-up. The worst basketball is being played, obviously, by Team Bird and Team Dream. But Olajuwon is injured. That's their excuse. Whereas Team Larry Bird, they're going through a bunch of chemistry issues. They're 4.5 games out of first place, so they got some work to do to catch up. But with that being said, let's go ahead and see who's up next. I believe it's the Trotters. Yep. Team Chamberlain is up next, and they'll be going against the Orlando Magic in the first of their back-to-back with them. They'll have a back-to-back with the Orlando Magic, 1 day off, and then you'll see the matchup with Wilt Chamberlain taking on Shaquille O'Neal. So that will be coming up down the line, guys. Be prepared for that one. That's going to be amazing because if you saw the game yesterday with Shaq and Kobe, Shaquille O'Neal had 60 points and maybe only missed 5 shots. It was insane. It was crazy. So, but with that, guys, I will see you for that matchup coming up here a little later with the Globetrotters taking on the Magic. Hope you guys are having a good day. Please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and make sure you're reading the description area to keep you up on the storylines and let you know how the season works and how it comes together. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Good game out here. Team Bad Boy in overtime yet again. We'll see what happens as it goes forward. Peace.